Tuna to come on. Well, the Northland team been a bit hot and cold so far. When they're hot, they're really good. They're a great side to watch in full cry, but they'll need to rebound today from a disappointing result midweek. It has to be said. They did so well to beat Waikato and then came home and only fired a shot against Manawatu. They know they'll need to do better than that. So Bryce Williams leads out the Taniwha. Cam Goodhue, a key man at number 8. They were beaten in the loose by Manawatu. So been a change there at blindside flanker too. Willie Wetton will get his first start in the number 6 jersey with brother Jack playing at lock. And Bryce Williams, experienced campaigner, leading the side in the number 5 jersey. In the backs, well, a milestone for a local hero, Rennie Ranger. Plays his 50th today in the Cambridge Blue. Again, plenty of talent in that back line. Altangavai on the left wing. Dazzling player, Irene Ai, we know what he's capable of at fullback. And some solid players in the likes of Carpenter and Moeke. Ryan Kane coming in to play halfback, with Sami Fisilau dropping back to the bench, along with Mateo Malupo. And coach Adrian Ferris made it clear to anyone who cared to listen, he wasn't too fussed with his team's performance the other night. He's looking for a lot better today. Nick Bryant is the referee. Richard Turner alongside me. Rival provinces here, Richard, and a bit at stake. Both very much in need of points here today.
Yeah, certainly so. Extra edge to this one for both sides, Tony. As you say, they both had to back up reasonably quickly after midweek losses. Interesting to see which team comes out of the blocks off to a good start. It'll be about confidence for both these sides, Tony.
Thank you, mate. You right, Ben?
So we're set to go. Northland against North Harbour. And Ash Moeke it is, who sets the match off here at Toll Stadium in Whangarei. And straight away, Harbour looking to move the ball into midfield, and a kick from Francis Saili, a long one, fielded by Irene Ai, coming back into New Zealand rugby. And setting play just short of halfway, and it's a penalty early on for Northland. And we'll go to the sideline, a man who, well, certainly might have a foot in one camp and his heart in the other. Played for both of these provinces, former All Black Ian Jones.
Yes, thanks so much, Tony Johnson. Good afternoon, everyone. Wonderful day here in Whangarei. Ben Afiaki, the Harbour skipper, won the toss, selected to play with a steady breeze, which is blowing westerly here in Whangarei at Toll Stadium. As we watch it, it is right to left on your screen.
Now Bryce Williams showing some scars of battle, quick turnarounds for these teams. It's part and parcel of the ITM Cup. The players say they enjoy it because they don't have to train so much, more playing time than training. But there's some bruised bodies out there, some bruised egos as well too, and a knock-on from Northland.
Yeah, nice work in the contact, Tony. Harbour number 8, June Tuivaiti, had a strong club season, forced his way into the Harbour side.
Yes, he's not a big player, Tuivaiti, is he? Well, he's not tall in stature playing at number 8. You can see him at the back there, but he's a powerful runner. Had a great club season. In fact, a championship winning club season, Richard.
Crouch. Touch. Sit.
Early engage, maybe, no. Giving them the benefit of the doubt. Big hit in from Harbour.
Yeah, this will be an area they'll be looking. They'll think they can get some ascendancy here, North Harbour. Piece of front row. Salisa Manu from the Western Force. Ben Afiaki there's had an involvement with the Chiefs at an injury-punctuated season. So he's keen. And hooker and co-captain James Parsons in the middle. So they'll be looking to really put some acid on Northland here.
Early.
Well, the early engage goes against Northland. Goes against North Harbour. So he gave them the benefit of that the first time, but not the second. And Cam Goodhue takes the tap.
Get over there.
There it is coming for Ryan Kane.
Advantage on the side.
And advantage being played as Jack Wetton hits it up towards the 22. Now Moeki on the right, onto Carpenter. Good solid player in the midfield for Northland is Derek Carpenter. No advantage, they'll go back, and it's going to be an early opportunity for Ash Moeki to shoot for goal.
On the side.
Yeah, Richard, soft points. North Harbour giving up there. They'll be disappointed as well. A trend with the new scrum engagement calls. Just the cadence that the referees are employing with the crouch, touch and set. Catching North Harbour up there and co-captain Parsons. This wasn't a penalty. He was okay in this instance. From the next one, he's coming in from the side.
So Ash Moeki been kicking it over 80%. Been some very good goal kicking in this ITM Cup competition. Product of Auckland Grammar School. And home team on the board first at Toll Stadium in Whangarei. Ash Moeki with the penalty. It's 3-0.
Well, you're right, Ian. As you say, there's a couple of soft penalties from North Harbour. First point scoring opportunity to Northland. Talked about both sides coming off some disappointing results midweek. Really, it's a side that can get the confidence levels up straight away, get them up the quickest, easiest way to do that, Tony, score points early.
And Bryce Williams takes it down. David Hall, familiar figure, but not in this jersey. Former Southlander, number 2. And Kane, away to Moeki. Carpenter. Nice set just outside the 22. Now Hall. Coming hard at him was Afeaki. And a chance almost straight away for North Harbour to square the ledge up.
Yeah, Chris Smith.
He came in the side, there was a man on his feet.
He just getting to his feet there, helped up by Celeste Manu. He was the one that did the work. Second arriving player at the tackle situation.
Post. Post.
Run it out into the wind. Good hit, Ben Afiaki. And there you see Smith over the top, on his feet, stayed strong, hands on the ball.
The player to note during this game, Derek Carpenter, second pivot from Northland, had a whale of a game against Waikato in that famous victory down there for the Taniwha. Not defensive, of course. Focusing on Rennie Ranger, the 13. Leaves some gap and some room for Carpenter.
Well, here's Semple just in line with the right hand upright, and he has missed it. Well, that's not a great start. There's a bit of a breeze about Carmo, but I don't know whether you can use that as an excuse for
The breeze,
anything. It's
Tony,
going to help him, if anything, wasn't it?
breeze directly behind him, maybe slightly on his right hand shoulder. No hindrance whatsoever.
So 6 minutes gone, and Northland retain the lead by 3-0. Paulo to field the restart, can't take it cleanly, and that's a knock on. Erwin Finau trying to tidy it up.
So here's the challenge, Tony, when the wind's at your back. It's all the teams kicking into him.
Well, he went up, took his eyes off it, didn't he? He ended up hitting him in the face.
It's catching the high ball 101, Tony. Never take your eyes off it. But it's the advantage you do have playing into it. You can put it in the air, easier to run into. The ball drifting back into you.
Touch. Sit.
Northland looking to get a bit of a hit on there, but they've got it away. Arini IE coming in, taking it at first receiver. Snatched away by Kane. And here's William Wetton. Good surge ahead from the number 6. Now Goodhue. Moeki waits, moves it on. Ranger now. And pops the ball back in field. Arini IE with a nice offload, and William Wetton makes another couple of metres. Now the infield pass to Jack Wetton. There for Northland. Kane just a bit slow to get rid of it, though. They're all over him. Brenton Hiller, his opposite number, coming around, taking him. He's still got it, but it's loose. Chance for North Harbour now off the turnover. And scramble it away. Now an opportunity to spread it. Devcich up from fullback, stabbing the grubber kick through. Ranger going back, and he's not going to have anywhere to go. It's going to be a carried back 5-metre scrum.
Well, nice work. And Luke Devcich, the Harbour fullback, read well. Disappointing for Northland. They're at their best in that broken play situation. Tony.
And interesting too, Richard, Irene IE starting at fullback, but from the set phase, and 3 of the second phases too standing at first receiver. And even the strength of Irene Ranger couldn't get himself out of danger then.
No Dan Caprice in the side today. But, reading a story about him today in one of the Sunday newspapers, the England Sevens player, saying he seems to be really enjoying the New Zealand rugby scene. North Harbour have got the opportunity here. Right out in front of the posts here. And away it goes. This is Parsons, the hooker. Tuivaiti having a go. Close. Oh, he couldn't get it down, and Ashmoeki's got in there just in the nick of time. And this is a turnover here, right under their own crossbar, and Irene can clear it away off the side of his boot. And he just got it away, Irene.
Yeah, just but out all the same, Tony. And here's Tuivaiti. He was all but there, but have a look at this. Ashmoeki in there. Wonderful defence from Moeki. Held the ball up, then recycled it for his team. Yes, they're still under pressure, but they cleared from the line.
Paolo wins it for North Harbour. So pressure on the home team here, leading by 3. And loose ball unable to be claimed there by Parsons. And it's going to be a knock-on, so it'll be a scrum. North Harbour, they'll be able to keep the pressure on here. Scrum looks to have an edge, and I think there's a little hand in here. It must have been David Hall.
Yeah, that came off Hall. So Harbour will get the feed. Rudy Wolf. He doesn't have anywhere to operate on the left-hand wing, so he'll come in outside. Well, he's straight behind Semple at the moment. You see him there. Be looking to get involved in this one. They'll need the good set piece, though, Harbour. Made a few changes. Adrian Ferris, Northland coach, Tony, from that midweek performance.
You're at the mark. You're up to it, thank you.
Pretty much almost an entirely new front row, so rotating and rolling the players around on the short turnarounds, which you really need to do. Talked about the physical nature, the physical toll the short turnarounds take on the players.
Touch. Sit.
Tuivaiti looked to move the ball off the back of the scrum, but he left it behind. So mistake there from the man who almost scored a moment or so ago, and it's going to give Northland a chance to clear it away, although their scrum has been under a bit of pressure.
Concentration mistake, that one. Also another great hit by Ben Afiaki, tight head for North Harbour on the right-hand side.
The other thing too, though, the way he was taking the difficult option of moving the ball away to the right in a scrum that was turning to the left, Richard. See what Northland can do here. Front rows go down again.
We've been pretty positive.
Fellas, listen.
New 3-stage engagement, Tony.
Neither team is balanced and neither team is patient, okay? We didn't come here to collapse scrums. All right?
That's where the mindset of the two front rows, Tony. If you want to scrum, and stay up. If you've got a positive approach to
Touch. Sit.
I think it's gone against Ben Awhiaki on the tight head side for North Harbour. And Moeki clears away to touch.
I was talking to Manu, Tony, saying too much arm in it. Manu, as you want to do, protesting his innocence, but again, penalties conceded from North Harbour, and it's allowing North Harbour just to release the pressure.
So Hall, Williams can't take it cleanly, but mopped up by Dan Pryor. Now David Hall. There for Kane. We didn't hear the cry of use it. Eventually it comes away. Goodhue to the 10-metre mark. Well, a bit messy at the moment. Still just that one penalty in it. North Harbour with certainly territory at the moment. They've been trying to apply some pressure, but both teams making handling errors. Bit of a disease at the moment.
Yes, indeed. But pressure just starts to build on Harbour, Tony, as the clock ticks over. The advantage of the win through the first 40. The need to accumulate points starts to become a concern for them.
I don't think playing into the wind will bother Northland that much. It's such a good ball and hand team when they get going, but they just haven't been able to get going yet.
Crouch. Touch. Sit.
Northland looking to shove them right off this. And Goodhue, very uncomfortable for him, but he's managed to get it away. And Pryor, a very determined runner. David Hall, I don't know that he really wanted that, but he got it. Now Kane will look for someone else. Bryce Williams trying to work a little wrap move and bring Cam Eyre into it. Cam Goodhue, I should say. Pryor takes it on the short side, still battling to get over that 10-metre mark. Northland, Arini Ai again coming into first receiver, and he's just kicked that straight down the gullet of Luke Devcich, and off he goes up to halfway. Moved on by Semple. Saley gets the ball wide. Rudy Wolf out on the right wing today for North Harbour, but the penalty for hanging on in the tackle.
Porto on the wing in that situation. Just the supporting players, a fraction of a second too slow to get there and clean out.
You know, I think that comes down, Richard Turner, to some impatience by North Harbour, trying to get things going. You talk to, they got the advantage of the win this first 40 and down by 3. And they're really just not earning the right to go wide. At the moment, that movement there required 2 or 3 more hit-ups to suck in the Northland defenders.
He's certainly a danger when he gets going, Rennie Ranger. He's enjoying the responsibility of captaincy as well.
That was William Wetton came forward in the line out to take that. Northland, a rare excursion into North Harbour territory, but I'll get a penalty for it too.
Please. We had a lot of penalties earlier. Can you ever talk?
Yeah, that message was always going to come, wasn't it, Ian? Harbour conceding 6 penalties to Northland's 1.
Yeah, I think it might have been a bit harsh, to be honest. We're looking to replay here. When the ball goes down, we can get a good indication of where the gate is, so where the player's coming from the outside or not.
Yeah, you'd have to think from what he saw in front of him, James Parsons probably thought he was doing something perfectly legal there. Oh, there's a tug down in the line out. It's, boy, they're lucky there, North Harbour. They've got away with one, and nice long kick too, but I think we saw a player get absolutely yanked in the line out there.
I think you did right, Tony. He protested too, and rightly so.
Well, Parsons will throw to the line out.
Get him up, here we go. They'll go two. 1, 3, 4,
We'll have a look at this one, then we might have a look at the last one. Chris Smith goes up. It's a little untidy. Parsons has to fight his way forwards with it. But there it is. And Tuivaki up towards the 10-metre mark. North Harbour playing with a stiff breeze in the first half, but trailing by 3. Semple waiting for it. Takes it up to the line and pops the pass off to Francis Saley. In fact, it was Wolf coming in from the wing. Parsons bustling ahead. Now Paolo. Hayes Stevenson crawling forward, having an extra half metre. Tuivaki trying to bust his way around the side. Heller off to Semple, standing in quite close. Now the wider pass, and up from fullback is Devsic. Gets the ball away. Here's Nafi Tuivaki. The two wingers swapping over. And the ball into touch on the far side.
Well, much better from North Harbour, and Ian Jones, you mentioned earning the right to go wide. On that occasion they did. The pick and go, couple of options, one off runners, and they went for the midfield phase set. And eventually went wide. Disappointing end though, but that's exactly what you're talking about.
A wonderful example, Calvin Coffey, as you look, and that is Cam Goodhue just getting yanked down there. The referee was going to do something to Pod. For example, Paulie O'Porrell a few movements ago got turned over, identical movement on that time. Harbour earning the right and had the space.
Well, Paolo feeds it. And they're just 6 metres from the line here. Smith losing his strides. Come back the other way. Playing advantage here as Saley gets the offload away to Aporo, and Tuivaki scores. Well, some nice offloading there by the North Harbour backs, and they have the first try of the game.
Yeah,
Nafi Tuivaki.
Nafi Tuivaki being one of their better ones, ball in hand, Tony. But under advantage they were too. North Harbour shifted it wide. Nice play. Saeli to the line. The offload initially to Aporo. And then Tuivaki running straight. Wonderful line.
There's the urgency here, Richard Turner, of Nafi Tuivaki sensing a bust was going to be made and then getting on the shoulder for the pop pass and the try. Very easy for a winger to stand out there, sense it and not be there. Wonderful play. Something Harbour needed to do, and they had some patience leading up to it, which will be a message coming out from the coaching staff now. Territory is one thing, and they're going to get plenty for the Breeze back in the first half, but patience to build the points and pressure is another thing.
Well, it's taken them 20 minutes. They got very close not so long ago when Jim Tuivaki got to the line but couldn't get the ball down. So at last the try has come, and it'll be Devsic to try and convert. And he has. So 7-3. North Harbour over Northland.
James Semple didn't get an opportunity to have another crack. So Devsic, the conversion.
So Moeke, might be a bit of sun in the eyes over there for Harbour in the first half. Heller will kick. And kicks long. Arini Ai. Well, he dummied away to the man on his left. Tangavaya. And it's a penalty. Player not releasing in the tackle, so an opportunity now for Harbour to stretch that lead.
It's a real, I guess, almost a conundrum for North Harbour, Tony, isn't it? With the wind at your back, you know you've got to play the field position game, but the danger when you kick deep to Northland is their strength of the counter-attack. But on this occasion, they got it right. The chase line was good. IE was isolated on his own, and Hayes Stevenson in the contact did very, very well.
Yeah, the discipline of the defensive line of North Harbour to tackle the man with the ball. Very easy with the man of the silky skills of Reni IE to run off him, watch the pass and try and anticipate it. But great kick chase from North Harbour. We had to regather the kick-off. Devsic, 1 from 1 this afternoon.
Yeah, Semple had one shot at goal from handy range, missed it, and he got the sack immediately. And Reni IE will be hoping this one doesn't go over. Chips it goalward and looks pretty good. It's over. A 10-3 Harbour lead. Converted try quickly followed by a penalty.
Yeah, talked about the need to accumulate points for Harbour. It's ideal. Territory possession, 75%. Needing to convert that dominance into points.
Moeki pushing it up into the breeze. Good kick. And Harbour can't take it cleanly. So Kane's got it. Opportunity now for Moeki to bring the ball forward. Taken in the tackle by Francis Sahili. Northland having to work hard to get this out. Jack Wetton, away it goes to Goodhue. Taken on by William Wetton. Playing advantage here, the referee. Smith, good defence there from the lock, but they'll come back.
Well, he's given them a warning, Tony. So what's he going to do now?
Well, the penalty's starting to mount up. 6 penalties they've conceded, and the extra blast.
I need you to get the message across to your team.
Yeah.
We've got a problem with entry, we've got a problem with guys on the ground, okay?
Yeah. I thought Edson was fine just then.
No, your man on the far side came in, he came in the side.
Yeah.
If they've clearly got it won, let's just not push things, eh? Otherwise, we're going to start losing players.
Yeah.
Can you talk to them, please?
Yeah, just with our tackle as well.
Yep.
They have to release the ball.
Yes, they do. Yep. Can you talk to them, please?
Just clarifying a point of law there. Ben Apiaki, they have to release the ball. Yep.
Yeah, it's good. You turn it around on them, Tony. You ask a question as well before you go.
I think it's called a rebuttal.
No.
Although North Harbour in this situation, poor technique from Chris Smith at the kick-off. Northland kicking into the breeze is always going to come back on him, standing very deep, and because of that the ball actually never reached him. Bad square on, knocked the ball because he didn't carry it cleanly under contest, which gives Ash Moeki, a man with Northland roots, parents, the mother from Kaitaia, a chance to add another 3.
And well, he doesn't miss many.
Yeah, what, he makes it look easy too, Tony, because it's not. He's kicking into a pretty decent breeze. Be pleased with that, Northland. Talked about Harbour needing to accumulate points. Well, when you're playing into it, any points you pick up are a bonus. And they've picked up 6 of them, have Northland.
Yes, trailed by just 4 with 15 minutes to play into this breeze. Devsic with the kick, and Moeki is back in the action. Taken by Wolf, fires it in field to Devsic, shaped to kick, opted to run. Probably wishes he'd stuck with plan A. Oh no, he's got a penalty.
8, you're on the ground.
And it's against Cam Goodhue. And you wonder whether Devsic might fancy a shot at goal here.
Not as many penalties get that way.
Well, Tony, they've got a pretty good advantage, I think, North Harbour at scrum time, which they could convert into line-out drive. Devsic from 48 metres is going for the foot posts.
Goodhue. Oh, he got his hands on the ball initially, Cam Goodhue, but just couldn't maintain his feet, so had to release.
Just had one last little go at it, didn't he? And he did not get away with it. So there's a chance from about 48 metres here. You can see the shadows lengthening here. Late afternoon in Whangarei. Actually got the lights on now. Devsic to try and restore that 7-point advantage. He's got the distance all right, but he's not got the accuracy. Struck it pretty well. Good to see the lights are working. And again, Harbour sloppy at receiving the restart, but they've got it under control here now. Awhiaki picks it up, charges at Jack Wetton and makes some useful ground too. Gets his team on the front foot. Now, Salesi Manu carries it on, but they've lost it.
Oh, great work. Damn Pryor in there, Tony. Manu went at him, he got his hands on the ball. Get a good look at it here. There he goes. Look, Pryor in there, look, gets his hand on the ball, and as Manu goes to ground, tries to release it, he just gets one little last strip in there. So Lisa Manu can't control it. Turnover, well done.
Shoulder out a little bit. Crouch.
So 12 minutes to play in the first half. Still just the one try.
Touch.
Scored by Nafi Tuitavaki of North Harbour.
Easy. No. No. Stay calm. Closer. Have you up, please, White. You hit up and you stay off his arm. Crouch. Touch. Sit.
And again, Harbour looking to put some pressure on, but it was a good, quick release of the ball, and they swing it wide to Altangivai. They've onto him in a flash, though. Just a little bit laboured getting the ball away to the pacey winger. Still got it, and Ai has a little dab down the short side. Well, that's classic Arini Ai. Good support there from Pryor, but he's bundled into touch. Well, hasn't quite got the extreme speed off the mark that he used to have, Arini Ai, but still very aware of the opportunities.
Certainly is, Tony. Look, had a little look up, saw no one was there. Darts down, Pryor on his shoulder.
Well, Harbour have the ball from the line out. And here's Awhiaki again. Very upper, or good determined run from him. Up towards halfway they go, Harbour. Bit of urgency about their play now, and really looking for some more points before half-time. Another penalty for not releasing in the tackle. We've seen a few of those in this game. That time it was Francis Saili who was caught in possession.
Yeah, 6, William Wetton there on the ball. Again, Tony, the key is the second player to arrive in the tackle situation. As long as they stay on their feet, hands on the ball, and here's a mistake. Oh, he's got away with it.
Yeah, by a lotto ticket, I think. In the end, he's got a great result out of it. It's gone into touch. It's rolled into touch about 6 metres from the corner flag. A kick that looked like it was going to fail in its duty. Just got a nice little kick there right at the end.
Hopeful, that's what he was trying to do, Tony.
Yeah, Semple looked around, hopeful that he'd been able to keep it in play, but Bryce Williams has got it. They can set up a crack at the line here, although it's collapsed. And offside there was Salesi Manu. North Harbour are going to have to watch it here. They've been warned. They give away a penalty near the goal line. Someone could well go to the bin. Yeah, here it goes.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, this is a big moment, you'd have to think.
We've talked about repeatedly infringing. We've got another clear entry at the side. And more yellow card. No, the ball's still in. Where we go.
Oh, in fact, it's Paolo who's gone to the bin.
Well, he sent the wrong player, Tony.
I thought it was Salesi Manu.
Yeah, it was Salesi Manu for sure.
Manu, yeah.
And Philo Paolo's ended up copping it for him.
Well, let's see what they're going. Well, they're going to go for it. They know that the big man's gone from the middle of the line out. And so we'll see what happens from this. But this really negates the wind advantage. They've lost a man. Wetton takes it down. That's William Wetton. And they've set it up here for a charge at the line. Pryor's got it. They put him down just short of the line. You've got to be careful not to collapse it. They have a charge almost there. Been held up. Well, let's go back and have a look at that incident. Here it is here. Well, no, you can see there, he's actually been watching Paolo. We saw Manu pretty much doing the same thing on the other side, so one of them was going to go. Not a case of mistaken identity. Two guys doing the wrong thing, and Paolo was the one who was collared for it.
Regardless of all of that, though, Tony, is ill-disciplined by a number of the North Harbour players in this danger zone. They have been warned on numerous occasions, even if the message hasn't always come through from the skipper, Ben Afiaki.
Well, either he's not relaying the message or they're not listening to their skipper.
Crouch.
Well, they've had the dominant scrum, Harbour, but here's a real opportunity, Tony, for Northland to get one back on them. 8 against 7. They'll hold, they're steady.
They've held it up pretty well. Ai again comes in at first receiver. They bring Apangabaya in from the wing. Great opportunity here for Harbour just before half-time. William Wetton there for Kane. Rolls it out to Hall. Harbour urgent on defence. Now the clean out from Northland. Williams peels away to the right, the skipper. And he takes it up. Good speed off the line from Harbour and sends a chance to turn it over here. And they get the penalty. Well, that's great defence and real urgency from Harbour under pressure.
Yeah, something we haven't seen from Harbour. Tony, probably the one thing lacking in the first three, certainly here today, sense of urgency, often inspired by the fact that you get someone sent to the bin. So you know you've got to work hard, and they certainly did it.
Well, it was Jimmy Tuivaiti who led the charge. That speed off the line, Kamo, was the key to it.
Yep, and then resting the man and flipping him, wrestling style, onto the North Harbour side. And the ball was exposed, and once that ball was exposed, gave the other Harbour players an opportunity to have a decent crack at it.
Big line-out option gone with Filo Paolo in the bin. Harbour, so...
Cool, Bobs, cool!
Yes, they're not left with a lot of height, are they?
I can't hear! 4, 1, 3, 2.
A communication issue there for James Parsons. And Smith, the obvious target, he's lost it. David Hall fires it away to Kane. Waiting for the ball to bounce and set up as Carpenter. Puts a little chip kick into space coming forward. Devsich read it well though. Beats the first couple, then he's smashed in the tackle by Goodhue. But it's there. And eventually they clear at Harbour. A stab kick through from Francis Saili. Too much on that.
Oh, Ken Goodhue, Tony. Highlighted him pre-game, and he's going good. Devsich brings it back, beats a couple, and then have a look at that, bang. Doesn't beat Cam Goodhue.
So David Hall will throw to the line out. Final 4.5 minutes of the first half. And Pryor wins it at the back. Good ball to attack with. He moves it on to Carpenter. Saili going in. He's got hands on this. And they've got the advantage. Well, that's some great work. Well, the timing, everything was spot on there.
The tendency, Tony, is to be a little bit hesitant when you've already got a guy in the bin for incorrect entry. So he got it right. He did right.
Well, it's going to give them an opportunity, although I suppose everyone in the Northland team knows that It's odds on the ball's going to go to Chris Smith. They don't have a tall, loose forward combination, Harbour. So
3, 2, 1, 9.
and they've overthrown it, and coming away with it as Ryan Kane pops the pass away to Goodhue. Good front foot ball here, but Ash Moeki, well, you don't see that very often. Moeki is such a, I think I've used the word neat or tidy on many occasions to describe the player, this young man.
Yep, very apt too. He genuinely is, as you say. Very unlikely for him. But it's given North Harbour, Tony. As the clock ticks down, 3 to go in the first 40.
Yeah, they really need something. They can clear it from the scrum. The scrum has been dominant.
Crouch.
And of course, missing their big lock, Philo Paulo in the bin.
Sit.
And a bit fast out the back came. Well, they've managed to get it back. A little fortuitously. Devsic, good runner from fullback. Tui Tavaki, who scored the first try. Certainly got the family traits with his footwork. Now good straightening of the attack. Hayes Stevenson, it's the 22. There's the pick and go, but another little knock forward in there. Just made too many mistakes in possession, Harbour. Imagine Liam Barry will be getting very frustrated.
Tony, it's also the little things. So Hayes Stevenson, they've went man down. Hayes Stevenson's gone to his normal position where he would be as a 7, but in that situation they needed some cover in the flank position because Tui Vaiti had stayed in the 8 position because they were feeding the scrum, and the halfback needed protection. It wasn't there. The ball came out quickly and they put themselves under pressure.
Blues! Eddie! Blues! F4, F4! Pressure, Harbour, scrum! Go and win! Lock! Harbour, scrum! All wait!
Crouch.
Well, Harbour
Touch.
haven't
Sit.
incurred any damage on the scoreboard with the man down, but they haven't been able to improve their own position. Kane makes a little dab. Keeps going too. Now Pryor gets it away. Moeki, gosh, second time running. Juggled it that time, but got it back. Put the kick up, and good chasing too from Rennie Ranger, but it's fallen for Harbour. Tui Vaiti has it, so they'll get maybe one last chance. Straightening is Francis Saili. There it is for Halur. He had a little dab too. He saw them rushing up on the short side. Trying to counter-ruck there was Ross Wright for Northland, but still there for Harbour. Semple was going to pass it away, just left it for the forwards. Now Erwin Finau carries it on. Referee has the arm out. Hayes Stevenson.
Is that 2? Two offside.
I think he's got a fresh advantage here, and Harbour see if they can use it all. Rushing up on defence was Rennie Ranger, but really good work from Rudy Wolf to fight on in the tackle and keep them going forward. Afeaki now, such a big, powerful man. Still short of the 22, Harbour. Just need to be patient. Now it's Saili, moves it on. Upward, Devsic up in the line, slicing through. Luke Devsic scores. Boy, they needed that, Harbour, before half-time. A man down, but they've managed to score a second try. And really nice slicing run there from fullback Luke Devsic.
Oh, lovely little interplay with Porto and Devsic, Tony, because there really wasn't a lot on. The pass had to be wide, and Porto, look, he just holds it up nicely, but Devsic runs into the hole. Northland player overcommitted defensively, went into the 2-on-1 tackle situation. Spotted, they thought Porto was a danger. There you see him come out of his zone. That created the hole for Devsic. Had a little bit of work to do. Beats the last line of defence, and you did right. Harbour needed that right on half-time.
So Devsic will get a chance to convert his own try. He's a player, this fellow, originally from Hamilton. Educated at that very well-known school in North Otago, St Kevin's in Oamaru. Played a bit of rugby in Italy. A good acquisition for Harbour. Can he finish the job off with a conversion? He can, nicely converted. And at half-time, it's North Harbour, having played with the breeze, but with only 14 men for about the last 8 minutes, lead by 17-6. And we'll go down to the sideline. Corey Upward to stand by for a word with Ian Jones.
Yeah, thanks very much, Tony. Corey, fantastic pass to set up Luke's final try, but your take on the first 40?
Yeah, we just wanted to get down there and put pressure on them with the one first half. We couldn't have asked for much more, really. We were direct, clinical, and good accuracy and execution.
Conditions not that dominant, the wind?
Yeah, it was pretty strong out here, but it's starting to calm down now, so hopefully that dies off and it'll be a neutral game, yeah.
Thank you very much.
So a try right on half-time by North Harbour gives them a 17-6 lead over Northland at the break. Nice sunny evening here now in Whangarei. Sun's starting to set. As fans enjoying the action, although I think the locals will be looking for a bit more urgency in the second half. Let's hear from the assistant coach of the Northland side, Darren Whitcomb, with Ian Jones.
Well, Darren, a bit of a killer at the end of the first half. What's your take on that first 40?
I think we're definitely in the game. We got to limit our mistakes, hold on to the ball, and then when we are in defence, make our tackles.
Look, conditions will play a part, but that can't be the winning of the game.
No, definitely. We got to try and get down there, but we've got to make it count when we do.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Well, he was a very good player, Darren Whitcomb, and it's just great to see this generation of recent players, many of them All Blacks, now coaching rugby at this level. It's a great stepping stone to a professional coaching career. And Darren Whitcomb, perhaps not quite as hard on the sleeve as Adrian Ferris was. Half-time in the game midweek. Let everyone know how he was feeling, that's for sure.
Away are we?
So second half about to start. Harbour leading 17-6. They'll push into the breeze, and they've kicked that low and flat to David Hall. And he took it in well, and Kane looks like he'll kick here. Floating down deep. Rudy Wolf was such a very good pair of hands, and well, Devsic eventually putting a bit of pressure on himself. There's a change for Northland. Looks like Jack Ram is on in 19.
Yeah, Ram's on, and immediately 30 seconds into it, and there's Filo Paolo returning from the sin bin. Tony, to Harbour restored to 15, but you see the other issue that North Harbour face is playing into the setting sun. I think that's the issue that Devsic had there.
Well, Northland win possession from the line out. Goodhue crashes it up, and Kane, big wind up before he gets it away to Irini Ai. Straightening the line, Rennie Ranger, and offloading nicely too, and Ai stabbing a little kick through, and this will go just a bit too far. But they'll come back. The referee was playing advantage. Well, Harbour, they will have talked about their discipline, and the second half not a minute old, and they've already given away their first penalty.
Yeah, that's right. That's why some ex-players never got into coaching, Tony. Too frustrating. Defensive line for Harbour, look at them.
Oh, goodness me.
1, 2, 3, just about every one of them.
It's not even close to being onside, is it?
Tony back now, mate, so tidy up some of the subs that Northland made at half-time. Kene Kafusi, tie head prop, he's off. Scott Vesey, jersey 17 is on. As you rightly mentioned, Jack Ram from the Kerry Rugby Club, he is also on, because Dan Pryor's got an ankle injury.
Well, that's a bit of a loss. Dan Pryor, live wire player. Moeke, can he close up the gap at the start of the second half? He can. It's 17-9 now. The Taniwha have first points of the second half.
Well, Tony, Ash Moik is the other reason North Harbour need to be more disciplined, because he's kicking like a dead set champion, and with the wind at his back, Harbour continue to give away penalties. He'll just continue to bang in between the posts.
So Devsic this time kicks deep, and a bit of tunnel ball there from Tangavaya. Straight between the legs, but they've recovered it. Moeke. Long shadows as he kicks down to Rudy Wolf, and again fires it straight back in field. Nuffy Tui Tavaki. Now Saili, strong runner. Got his chance with the Blues towards the end of Super Rugby. There it is for Halleur, and the referee playing advantage. Gosh, there's been a lot of penalties. They're slow learners, some of these blokes. Taking it on is Salesi Manu. Good run from the man from the Force. Getting it away is Finau. Paulo now chopping back in field. Jim Tui Vaiti. There was a forward pass in there, so they'll come back.
Geez, a long advantage, Tony. They've gone the width of the field and about 10, 15 metres forward.
As is the case up here in Whangarei, mid-afternoon, guys, the breeze is starting to drop. And we have a westerly like we have, sort of more northwest. You talked about the setting sun, yet another 20-odd minutes before that ducks behind the hills, the western hills up here.
Yeah, sunshine always a problem up here, isn't it, Carmo?
Absolutely.
The winterless north.
Devsic's deciding there's still enough breeze for it to be out of his range, so puts it to the sideline, and Harbour will go to the set piece.
James Parsons with the throats restored to a full line out. Chris Smith with the call. Paolo coming forward. They lob it down the back, and well, they've managed to scramble it away. And Paolo, not a very good line out. At least they've secured possession and they can attack. Ball up off the ground, but Paolo takes it to the deck. Aporo. Some good touches from him, the former Bay of Plenty man in the first half. Well, they didn't release. They were in there fighting for the ball, but the man who makes the tackle has to release before he can do that. And so Devsic steps forward to try and restore the advantage that they had at half-time. And now time for a word with Northland.
I sense Tony Devsic might go for the line out here once more. A lot of discussion going on.
Can you get the
message
to go for three?
Yeah, well, while the referee's back's
Yeah,
been
I was
turned, I
spoken
think
to him
he's
about that in the
moved
first
that
half.
penalty a couple of metres towards the goalposts.
Yeah, he says, yes, I am now.
Yeah. Let's just see where this penalty was awarded.
See Wetton there. He's the tackler. It's got to be clear and clean. The release wasn't. There's the mark.
I think you'll find it's on the exact spot. No questions there whatsoever.
Yeah, right. If this goes over by a metre, Northland have been robbed. Well, there you go.
He needed
Missed
to
by a
pinch a
metre,
couple
needed
more.
to pinch another one. Well, think back a year, folks. A year ago today, Rugby World Cup 2011 kicked off in New Zealand. It was the opening match between New Zealand and Tonga, and then the opening ceremony, and what a great occasion that was. And just a few days later, we were on this ground, and this ground was bathed in red as Tonga played Canada. And what a memorable occasion it was. This place did itself proud during the World Cup, Toll Stadium. Nice to just have a bit of a reflect before it all gets lost in the mists of time. It took a while to get rid of that, but here it comes. And he's a good ball carrier, Salesi Manu. The loose head prop for North Harbour. That's unplayable, so they'll have a scrum.
And Manu doesn't mind carrying the ball, and as you say, Tony does a good job of it. So there's Ben Afiaki just expanding his game. Salesi Manu, good acquisition for North Harbour from the Western Force, as you mentioned. Just wanted to keep playing rugby at a high level. Identified the ITM Cup
Looks
as that level.
Looks like they go to the same place to eat, and they get their haircuts at the same place by the look of it too.
Props, Tony, they do everything the same. It's just easier that way.
Stand up, stand up. Yeah. You're not interested in head on head. Let's have you to the left, please. Yeah, sure. Make sure you head up, eh?
Ross Wright.
That's fine.
Here on the
we need a holder head
loose head side
head on head
for the Northland team. David Hall and Scott Vesey from the Marist Club.
Crouch.
Tacking down at tight head now.
Touch. Sit.
Big powerful hit in from Harbour. But been a bit untidy at the back time to time today, which means they haven't really been able to cash in on the edge that they've had at scrum time. Parsons drives it ahead, makes good ground too. They're trying to hold him up here. David Hall, now he has to get out of the way. And there it is, Hilaire Semple moves it on. Saley taken in the tackle, just short of the 10-metre mark. Afiaki, strong run from him. Now Hayes Stevenson, man from Woodend and North Canterbury. Corey Aporo. This is into the wind stuff from Harbour, and effective. They've made it almost to the 22 here. Parsons has another go. Now Manu struggling to hang on to it, but he's got it. Oh no, penalty. Well, it's good play. Now Northland have taken it quickly, sensing an opportunity to break out. Here's Ranger playing his 50th, cutting up the middle. He's got Kane with him on one side. He went the other way, but Carpenter pops up and support like the good player that he is. There's just been a little knock on. Well, Rennie Ranger, he looked to his left. If he'd looked to his right, he would have seen Ryan Kane. You wonder whether he heard him.
Well, he's looking on his face, Tony, and he's going, where did you go? But this is Rennie Ranger at his very, very best. Been pretty quiet so far today, but look at that. Sees the hole, the fend off, and then he's just looking for a support. As you say, the support had cut on him. And the opportunity really was to continue to go the same way. And speaking of opportunities, a real one lost there for Northland. If they'd recycled that, they had huge numbers out to the right, had North Harbour under all sorts of pressure.
Well, it was Farsi Sila, who's listed to play on the right wing, but was on the left on that occasion. A little knock on him there. He was the man. He sort of cut back in field and then just got completely lost in the trail of Rennie Ranger. Ryan Kane's left the field and David Hall. Carmo?
Yep, hooker and halfback both left the field, but wonderful attitude by Northland. I like the intent, not just to kick it down there and get field position, but to run it down there. So Sammy Fisalau is on the halfback. He's on there now, and Tony Kopolani from the Old Boys Rugby Club, which is directly behind you here in Northland, overlooking Okara Park. Used to be now Toll Stadium. This is their club.
Wait for the set call. Crouch. Touch. Sit.
Good scrum ball. Semple takes it up to the line and pops the pass to Francis Saili. Semple swinging it wide. Devsich, he's looked really dangerous when he's come up in the line. Rudy Wolf now bustling forward. A few gains for Harbour before he heads back to France. Parsons makes good ground, but you can see Northland have got him there with their sights on the ball, and they've won the penalty. It's really good work by Jack Ram, the replacement loose forward. And Ash Moeki can have another shot at goal here and close it up, if he's successful, to 5 points.
We've seen that a number of times today, Tony. Turnover in the tackle situation. Same scenario every time. And here it's Parsons with a good break. ended up being detrimental for Harbour because it just took him away from his support players. That fraction of a second. Ram was there, as you say, hands on the ball. They couldn't clean him out.
Lisi Manu, though, be very disappointed, just going over the back of Ram, doing nothing whatsoever. In those situations, you've got to go contact on contact, get your head underneath his chest or arm, and you can wrestle him out. You're never going to win a contest like that.
Looks like Harbour are going to change their halfback, Bryn Hall. They're talking with the manager, John McKittrick, but here's Ash Moeki's got it nice and high, and it is over again. Immaculate goal kicking from Ash Moeki at 17-12.
Right, Tony, that substitution about to take place in.
Happening now, Rod Bryn Hall, from your club, Northcote, now, of course, New Zealand under 20, class act.
Moeki stayed inside the 22 and he's drilled a long kick downfield. Well, it's another touch of class from Ash Moeki. And that's an absolutely perfect outcome, really. From the restart, he knew exactly what he was doing, punched it into the corner, and so the pressure goes on the Harbour line out. Finau snatching that one down, and Hall with the kick, holding up in the breeze and really only clearing the 22 by 7 or 8 metres. Tony Kopolani, former Crusader, will throw to the line out.
They're trying to cook up something here too, are the Northland forwards, Tony.
Taken down by Williams. They fire it away to Irene Ai. Nice little pass back in field. And Kopolani, though, couldn't take the pass, and it'll be a scrum.
Well, that's exactly what co-coach Kieran Whitcomb mentioned at half-time, Tony. Get your field position, but then you've got to be accurate when you're down there. Take advantage of it. Handling errors of 7 apiece.
Hale Tipole. Looks like he's preparing to coming on. Gets out the tape.
He won't be too far away. Whether he goes into lock position because he's going to replace Jack Wetton, or Willie goes in there. He goes his preferred position of number 8.
Tuiveti clears it away. Francis Saley with the probing kick. Sits up though for Irene Ai. Plenty of time. Puts it out just short of halfway.
He's a little disappointed with himself, but good yards anyway from Irene Ai.
Played in France for a while, played in Japan, Irene Ai. Now Semple takes the line on. Harbour with the lead and all. Busting away there was Salesi Manu. Well, he was in clear ground too, but it was a little mistake. Harley Tipole about to come on now, veteran player.
Yeah, and there's Jack Wetton coming off. Been great from Northland, Jack Wetton coming up from Carlton Grammar Club, champions of the Gallagher Shield in Auckland. That was a direct rip from Rennie Ranger there, which was the mistake, and the knock-on's been awarded. Rennie, when he's making the tackles this afternoon, really going ball and all, so going upper body and wrestling, direct steal.
Well, Northland playing with the breeze in the second half. They've kicked 2 penalties, but it's still North Harbour leading. That try just before half-time that Harbour scored. That was a very valuable try scored by Luke Devsich. How valuable? We'll find out in the next 25 minutes. Again, Moeki with the kick. Devsich returns fire. Fisilau waiting back. And Ai running onto it. Sends it deep. And that's a very good kick from Irini Ai. No chance of a quick throw too, because Northland gave chase. And really good chase. It was it William Wetton who gave chase, made sure they couldn't take the quick throw. It's great work from the loose forward. He is there in the blue headgear and the beard. Paolo wins it to Vaiti, moving the ball from inside their own 22. Aparo gets it away. Oh, brilliant hand from Devsic. Away to Rudy Wolf, looking to chop back in field. Gosh, he's got some skill, this Devsic. Scrambling it away. Now it's Erwin Finau setting it just short of the 10-metre mark. Tui Vaiti. Hayes Stevenson over the ball. Trying a little pick and go. And a chance now to get them wide. Not much of a defence out here for Northland. They let Tui Tavaki run. Now it's Saili out into centre field, and Manu. Hall swings the pass away. This time Saili with the kick out towards the far wing. Back in field it goes to Irini Ai. Thought about the kick. And well, they're going to get themselves into a bit of trouble here. Harbour have got numbers. And they've got the ball now too. Hall screaming for it. Chance to really stretch them here, Harbour. Hall gets rid of it. Semple running, pops it off to Nafi Tui Tavaki. Wetton getting over the ball. Well done. Nice work again from the blindside flanker. Wins a penalty just as Harbour were threatening.
Yeah, impressive. He's been William Wetton in this situation, Tony. Here, Nafi Tui Tavaki came back on the inside, knew the danger. So knew he tried to stay on his feet, Tony, and there's Wetton did the right thing that time, the clear release, and that's all you have to do. And then he could have another go at the ball.
Wasn't it classic Irini Ai? Moments before was saying how wonderful he was to take the kick option to the bottom left-hand corner. Thought about it a second time, but had a run and got themselves in a bit of spot of bother.
And this time, William Wetton, who's the older of the two brothers, comes forward and wins the line out. Kopolani now. Tui Vaiti made the tackle. And this time the advantage goes to Northland. Didn't release, I think.
Well, he said he's come in from the side, so they've been guilty of that a few times, North Harbour.
Well, Moeki right out in front here. Can make it a three-point game. He's just chipping away at them.
He can, Tony, but given his form of the boot, you'd pretty much say, well. So again, North Harbour, well, they're leading that stat. It's one you don't want to be in front of.
Erwin Finau there in 6, I think the man who's been spoken to.
You hear Bryant just clarifying it. Initially called Francis Saili as the culprit. Clarifying it.
Well, Harbour have been their own worst enemies, haven't they, Richard? They've played some good rugby, but I'm afraid they've played some not too smart rugby. They keep giving away penalties, and this guy just keeps kicking goals.
Yeah, I guess the expectation, Tony, from Northland fans, who knows watching at home, is that we expect them to score plenty of tries, but they'll be quite happy, wind at their back, to play the game down in North Harbour territory and just keep accumulating the points through the boot of Ashton Moeki.
And Pod, 2 further changes there. You see Sammy Hayes Stevenson coming off, and Malachi is coming on in jersey 19. Also, Peter Arkey is on. James Semple is off.
Well, Northland have it, and Moeki high, drifting towards touch on the far side. Rudy Wolf again flings it back in field to Devsic. Tui Tavaki holds it up and busts through the first tackle. That of Bryce Williams. Goodhue makes the tackle. They need some points now. Here's Chris Smith moving forward, but the pass overrun by Erwin Finau, left it behind and into touch.
So James Semple gone, Tony. It'll be interesting to see the adjustment the Harbour backs make here. We see it was a good catch pass initially. Two players missed both of them.
Tony Kopolani, 34 years of age now. Again, look at the front of the line out like Willie Wetton. He's been busy today and he's been impressive. All-round performance. But that's been held up and turned over.
Yeah, big Filo Paulo, Tony. Came through the middle of that. And his hand, big mitts on the ball. Mentioned the need, Tony, for the big fellas in the North Harbour team to step up. He's highlighted Filo Paulo. He's been all right today. And here you see him through on it, stayed strong on the ball. Ball went to ground. Northland unable to clear it. Turnover.
Well, they've managed to get a couple of vital turnovers in this game. The one that they got, and they were hard up against their own goal line late in the first half. That was crucial. And now they've given themselves an opportunity. Harbour with plenty of territory, an edge in possession. And Northland have fallen off tackles. The problem for Harbour, though, is that they've given away too many penalties and they've also made handling errors. They've been able to keep phases going, but they've just coughed up the ball at all the wrong times.
Yeah, exactly right. Tony, is that the pick and go that we didn't see? Dominating that North Harbour.
Crouch. Touch. Sit.
Well, Tony, a lot of changes in that Northland scrum, and it seems to have just shored them up.
Here's Scott Vesey, who's come into the action. Of course, Tony Kopolani, an experienced man, to say 34 years of age. Age no barrier to front rowers. We saw a great performance from the 35-year-old Rodrigo Roncero in Wellington for Argentina.
Touch. Sit.
Harbour with possession, flinging the ball wide was Aki, and now Tui Tavaki, who's looked dangerous all afternoon. Smith carting it forward, although that's strong defence. Ball on the 10-metre mark here for Harbour. Punching up on the short side is James Parsons. Manu, who's had a good work rate here today. Paulo over the ball. The back's waiting for it, but Parsons has another go. Little dig round the short side. Clean out is good. Now they go to the backs. Saley moves it away. Aki holding it up. Just got a little bit laboured in the transfer there, but they've still got possession. And some sneaky work there by Ross Wright with the referee not looking, holding the half back in, just buying his team a bit of time. Afiaki. And again, Wetton goes in looking for the turnover. Can't do it this time. Better support from the Harbour players. And then just as they're building, well, I said it just a moment ago, every time they get a head of steam up, someone drops the footy.
Francis Saley now operating in the pivot position, Tony. Semple went. And the adjust, well, the pass was a little bit behind him. And frustration, Saeli, frustration for Harbour.
Good boy, Tony. And Richard, they're running into a wonderful Cambridge blue wall. Northland not having to commit too many numbers to the breakdown. Harbour going to ground pretty easily. And defensively, it's been a great effort from the Taniwha, and tactically so smart so far in the second half.
We saw that handling error stat, Tony, now 10-7. 3 minutes ago it was 7-all.
Touch.
So Samisoni Fisilau to feed the scrum for Northland. Yeah, it is a much better scrum in the second half. Fisilau to kick, and he boots it over the touchline on the full, and they'll come back.
Come a long way back too. More substitutions, Carmo.
Yep, substitution at the hooker, I think, Pod.
Oh yeah, they've done this a couple of times, Harbour. He's the reserve hooker is Manu Leatua, but he comes on in a loose forward position.
Smith wins the line out. Saili swings the pass away. Aki wanted to move it quickly, or eventually they've got it away to Tui Tavaki, and he's going to have a go on the outside too. He's got past Sila. Flung away by Hall, Saili, and here is Manu Leatua. Dive pass this time from Hall. Saili skipping out of the first one was Rudy Wolf. Finau sets it on the 22. Well, Harbour building again. They just need to hang on to the ball, and they've done it again. Booted away by Fisilau right down the middle of the park, and Rudy Wolf is the man who has to go back.
Well, that's the price you pay, Tony. You tip the ball over, give it away when you're playing into the wind. Last time Northland got it wrong in the clearance. This time they got it dead right. So Harbour all the way back and have to bring it out from their own 22.
Well, another try. Harbour have got to another try, and that would really put the pressure on Northland, who've been slowly eating into that lead. Good Hugh. He'll have a charge at them. Good tackle made by Parsons. Now Moeki to drive them back. I think this is going to go too far. It is. This is going to go way too far. Well, it's the second thing he's done wrong today. I think he dropped a pass in the first half, Ash Moeki. But that time they kick too far, and they'll come all the way back for a scrum.
Yeah, the idea was spot on though, Tony. Drive North Harbour back inside their own 22. They've been guilty of giving away penalties, and that's Moeki's thought process there. Just get them down there, and we'll just continue to accumulate points. Just got the execution wrong on that occasion.
Let's go right.
So I suppose the danger for Northland, when they're playing the game inside their own territories, that one of these days Harbour are going to go through 7 or 8 phases. The ball's going to stack, and that'll probably be enough to create a try for them.
Touch. Sit.
Tower packing in the back of the scrum. Devsic again busting through from fullback. Timely interception from Rennie Ranger. He was trying to set it, well, they've given it back, and it's Leatua again smashing forward into the 22. Taken up by Finau. So here's a chance for Harbour. Afeaki, just 10 metres from the line here. Looking for some points in the second half. Aki, this time it's Alessi Manu. Well, the eyes are blazing, but I'm afraid that is a try butchered. They had the numbers.
Oh, no doubt about that, Tony. Here was the break from Devsic. He's been impressive today. And then the pass, Ranger, and he gets away, and the offload, but it went back to Leatua. And their opportunity for Harbour was out to the left, but Northland scrambling in defence and doing it nicely.
They're just snatching at it. All the North Harbour players, the forwards in particular, when they're getting themselves in the situation, very stiff in the fingers. You can just see it, not soft whatsoever. And just spilling the ball on so many occasions.
Sit.
Well, they had numbers. away to the left. Now Moeki with a chance to drive the ball downfield. And oh, what a kick. Well, he overcooked one moments ago, but that's another beauty from Ash Moeki, almost down to the 22, down the other end of the park. That's where they want to be.
Oh, forwards love that, Tony. Big effort at scrum time from Northland. And a good platform. And Moeki just waves the magic wand and gets them 60, 70 odd metres down the field. He's made a couple of mistakes, but apart from that, Tony, he's been masterful as Ash Moeki.
Well, it is a Harbour throw. Northland getting up to challenge too, but untidy. But Leataua is, well, in fact, it's been knocked on here by Northland, so Harbour get an opportunity. They'll only get one opportunity. That'll be off advantage over, I think. Yes. I think it's fair enough too. We're seeing it more and more that possession, that's enough advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
From a knock-on, especially.
Had it the other night, Tony, if you knock the ball on the advantage in a game of rugby, it's possession of the ball. If it's a simple knock-on and you've got clean possession of the ball, one pass is enough for me.
Yep. Penalties probably a different matter, but you got the ball, use it. Bryce Williams. They work the front of the line out. Kopelani. Bryn Hall stood his ground, the replacement halfback, and advantage here for Northland. Charging forward is Scott Vesey. Inside the 22 they go. i.e. Ranger looking to get the offload. It's been knocked away. And Arini i.e. tries a drop goal, and it's away to the right. They'll come back for the penalty. And here is a chance now for Ash Moeki to put Northland in front.
Well, again at the breakdown.
Well, he's gone a fair way over towards the touchline. It's going to be a challenging kick, but if anyone's up to it, it's Ash Moeki, this man.
Absolutely, Tony. If you're going to pick anyone, put your money in your house on this bloke.
Well, you don't want to hex the man, but he has not missed a kick today. 5 out of 5. Just got to judge that breeze. Ash Moeki to put Northland in front. They like it. It's over. Oh, he's a tremendous kicker. We saw it, that brilliant kick that he nailed in Hamilton, and now he's put Northland in front 18-17 with just under 8 minutes to play.
Well, it's all very well to be a good kicker, Tony, but a good kicker under pressure. And that's exactly what Ash Moeki is. You mentioned that game, the one to win the game against Waikato.
Well, it was from a similar range, wasn't it? Right out on the flank. So Northland now get the chance to tie it up. Harley Tipole there in 18. Now the kick from Fisilau. Nice and high too. Rudy Wolf coming forward. In the air, oh, that'll be a penalty. And this could well be a yellow card. Rudy Wolf has gone down in some pain. And yeah, it's not a hard one for the ref. Rudy Wolf just checks around to make sure the man's been sin-binned, and then starts the recovery process. It's Altangavaia who's gone to the bin.
Well, that's pretty much him for the game, Tony, so they'll finish it 7 minutes. He's got 10. And Harbour,
that
Tony,
is an unforgivable sin, I'm afraid, that one. He's missed touch with the kick, and Northland have belted it back downfield. Well, Harbour have got the ball back, but look where they are on the field. They should be down the other end. Ranger races up on defence to get all over Tuitavake. Hall having a look to the short side where Smith is. Carpenter makes the tackle on him. Now they look to get it open. Saley held on to it and almost broke through. Plants the ball behind him. Upperall gets rid of it. And now Rudy Wolf, yes, made the recovery all right. Offloads it to Paolo. 10-metre mark. Northland territory. Harbour now having to come from behind. Devsic, you'd think he's the man who can make it happen. They've got to keep it going. They've got to hang on to the ball. Something they haven't been able to do for long enough in this game. There's the ball. Someone needs to get rid of it. Saley, swarming defence from Northland. Just over 5 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for either side. There's a steal. Northland have got it back. And North Harbour will have to turn around. This could go too far as well. This is going to behave itself. And Devsic, no choice but to dot it down for the 22.
Left the man on the ground at the breakdown, but what a wonderful steal again.
Kopolani.
Yeah, replacement player. He's had a big impact too, Tony. He's shored up that Northland scrum, and then a crucial turnover.
Mateo Malupo comes onto the wing. Fasi Sila, the right winger, goes to the sideline. Now, what price experience? It's like Tui Tavaki's gone. David Raikuna on. Tipole, another very experienced player. These are the guys you want to come on and play that closer role. Kopolani, another one. No, it's a penalty. Well, first priority here for Harbour will be to try and put the ball into touch. That'll give them the opportunity to launch something from a line-out. Kopolani goes down. Devsic, he's not making any mistakes. He's booted that into the grandstand to make sure it does go into touch that time.
The same thing for Kopolani, Tony. I don't know if he's any good to go on. So
sort of seems too hard in these conditions. The way North Harbour been kicking, they have to go for the try unless it's dead donkey out in front. 10 to win the match.
Parsons and taking their time over the line. Now that's not straight. Oh, he's let him get away with it. Didn't look too straight. Wolf channeling it back. Saili swings it wide through the hands of Devsic. Raikuna scoops it up and fights his way through the first couple of tacklers too. Game in the balance now. It's a one-pointer. Harbour in possession. And launching from the 10-metre mark. Lea Taua. Robust player. They've got a backline set. Aki slips past the first tackle too. Gets the offload away to Upwell. They're looking to hold him up. But it's there. Parsons. He's been working away all day. Swarming again, Northland, but it's still there for Harbour. Well, they got no back line because they're all tied up trying to keep the ball alive, helping the forwards out. Now everyone's bunched away on the left-hand side, and that's the way they go. Alex Wuntong. Now Afiaki, that's the 10-metre mark. They've gone 10 phases. Northland holding their ground. Now Hall gets it away. Raikuna looking to slip the tackle, and he does. Here's the chance now, maybe. David Raikuna almost losing it, but they've still got it. Hall, now he needs some support. Up to the 22 they go. Rudy Wolf plays halfback. Saili pops the short ball. It's been lost. Well, they went something like 14 phases there, but Northland, I guess they know, you just hold the ground and sooner or later the mistake's going to come.
Yeah, and what I liked about them, Tony, was their discipline at the breakdown. Didn't overcommit, knew the danger of giving away the penalty. They trusted their defensive system, and eventually the mistake came from North Harbour. They've been very good defensively tonight, have Northland. Raikuna, oh, he's a danger man. Look at the breakdown. So not overcommitting, happy to stand off. Tony, let North Harbour recycle the ball. And as I said, just trust their defensive line. Trust the ability of individuals to make their tackles.
Apiarata on there, Chris Smith coming off, and both Northland front rows, Kopolani in fact coming off. So David Hall having to go back on.
Sorry, Carmo.
So Scott Bessie okay now. So I thought we might have had to go to golden oldie scrums for the last one of the match.
Well, we make it still a couple of minutes to play here. And so does the clock here at the ground.
Touch. Both teams.
Well, Harbour's scrum has had the edge, although when Tony Kopolani especially came on, just fixed things up a bit for Northland, but he's gone.
Well, they just need a platform, Tony. That's all they need, just parity.
Touch.
And the ability to clear the ball. Ash Moeki.
Front rows went down, Moeki. And kicks it deep. Coming across as Devsic. Well, this will be their last chance, will it? No, he's opted to kick. Well, he's put it out. And now the forwards will have to challenge at line-out. So the next line-out becomes the most crucial one of the game. Northland win it, they can close it out.
Crowd trying to bring them home too, Carmo.
This line-out not the most important. Every line-out, Tony, very, very important. But this is key. Willie Wetton, thank God he's been good.
But you're the only person in the world that thinks that, Carmo.
Everyone over 6'6" does. So.
Well, they've got it, and they've got it up off the ground, so they can just maul it away now. As long as they keep it moving forward. Into the last 30 seconds of the game. They've got this well under control here, but they've lost it. So here's the chance now for Harbour. It's not a great pass. Arki has to wait for it. Carpenter puts him on the ground. Northland's fighting for it. They scramble it away though. There's a penalty. He did warn them. It's Rennie Ranger who's given away the penalty. They won't have a chance, I don't think, to put it into touch. They're going to have to tap and go. No time for the line out. Hall with the tap. Leataua charges at them and over halfway. Well, she's made some impact since he came on, but possession the key now. They've got to hang on to the ball, and it's something they hadn't been able to do all game. Wide it goes to Apuro. Another penalty. That's Tipole that time. Well, they're a long way out. I don't think Devsic will fancy a shot at goal here.
Bryn Hall's their other option, but certainly outside of both their ranges, Tony, so they've got to keep going, Harbour.
Well, Ben Afiaki saying, what do you think? No. Well, Afiaki says, I'll hit it up. Now it's Northland who have to be careful with their discipline. Parsons. She gets them going forward, doesn't he? Now maybe they look to stretch them. Rudy Wolf gets the ball away to Raikuna. Back in field it goes off the hands of Moeki, into touch. Fitting that Ash Moeki should get the final touch of the game because he has booted Northland to victory.
Well, not only booted through the post, Tony, but his ability to put Northland back into North Harbour territory in the second 40, been instrumental. He's been a real general today, has Ash Moeki. But again, Northland, they just trusted their defensive system. They didn't panic, they kept their heads. They didn't overcommit at the breakdown. And those calm heads, Tony, they're the calm heads. The defensive system, and Ash Moeki's got them home against Harbour tonight.
So Northland get their second victory. They're 2-2. Harbour still winless after 4. Final score here, 18-17. Well, let's hear from the Northland skipper, Rennie Ranger. Played his 50th today. He's with Ian Jones.
Yeah, thanks very much, Tony. Well, Rennie, tactically very smart in the second half. You had to work for it, but you got the win.
Yeah, I think the boys showed a lot of character. You know, defence wins games, you know, and it proved there. You know, if we just chipped away at it, you know, we knew the boys could pull through.
Defence, and you work at the breakdown, which is outstanding, which I guess is the hallmark of the Taniwha side.
Yeah, well, our defence wasn't too great on Wednesday night, so the boys had to bring some decent attitude, you know, and work hard in that ruck area and, you know, get that discipline right.
Need to mention too, congratulations, 50th game. 2006 you started, well said, born and bred. Must be a proud moment for you.
Yeah, proud man. It's great to get a win on my 50th, and just like to thank all the supporters for being here.
Thanks very much, Renee. Go enjoy your team.
Well, they'll walk off with smiles on their face, but again, it's a case of what might have been for Harbour. Let's hear from Ben Afiaki.
Yeah, thanks very much. Just coming into the huddle now, Tony. Ben, I guess ill-discipline in the end and handling here has cost you.
Yeah, I dropped a couple of balls, and I guess we lost a bit of momentum in the second half about the win. All the efforts there, that the boys tried really hard to win this game, and I guess all we can do is try look towards Manawatu.
Yeah, very hard now to sum things up straight away, Ben, but you had momentum, a lot of phases, 7+, you're dominating, but then just the crucial errors, individual mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of individual mistakes let us down, and momentum changed a bit. Our set piece eased off a bit in the second half. We didn't execute our moves properly, but yeah, I guess we can't change that now, and I guess all the efforts there from the boys, we're still trying hard on that. We had a big week heading into it on that, and I guess all we can do is go back to the drawing board.
On a personal note, as skipper, the scrum's going really well, your board carries looking impressive.
Yeah, I guess we aim for our set piece to be strong after we got a little toes up from counties, but I guess all we can do now is, as I said, go back to the drawing board, and it'll be tough for the boys to turn it around for Manawatu. I think we'll just be trying to get our hopes up for next week.
Thanks for your time, Ben. Go join the huddle.
Yeah, it's the first time they've had a really genuine chance of winning the game, and they certainly had their opportunities, just couldn't hang on to the ball when it really counted. They'll turn around and face Manawatu on Thursday, but Northland, they've got their second win. They've beaten Harbour by 18-17. Happy end of the weekend for the Northland fans. Some really good defence and some tremendous kicking from Ash Moaki has seen them to an 18-17 win over North Harbour. That is outstanding. 6 from 6 for Moaki. Harbour scored 2 tries. Tui Tavaki and Devsic both in the first half. Devsic 2 conversions and a penalty, but they couldn't hang on to the ball when it mattered most. Northland held them up. Let's hear from the man who decided this game with his boot, really, Ash Moaki with Kamo.
Well, Ash, congratulations on the win. The weather played a part, but tactically you guys are very smart that second half.
Yeah, it was hard going into the win the first half, but the boys stuck in there. When you coming out in the second half, we just play down there and make them make mistakes, and just hopefully we get the points.
But in conditions like this, with your kicking game out of hand, very hard to judge all the same.
Yeah, no, definitely, but as I said, the forwards, laid the platform up front, and I just had to put the ball down there, and as I said, just hopefully they make mistakes.
Let's talk goal kicking. You've been outstanding this year, tonight in particular.
Yeah, just go through the routine every game, and hopefully it comes off, and tonight it paid off.
This one on the right-hand corner wasn't easy to win the game. What's the secret? Just aim for the black dot and hope for the best?
Yeah, just aim for the black dot. It's pretty quiet, with the home fans, so head down, follow through, and it came off.
Well, congratulations, mate. It's a very great win for Northland. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Always interesting to hear a lock's perspective on a goal kick, but here we go. Here's the wrap-up from the weekend. Otago beating Southland and Invercargill. Taranaki hanging on to the Ranfurly Shield with a good win over Hawke's Bay. Counties Manukau just smoking Bay of Plenty at Pukekohe. Important win for Auckland over Waikato, 32-22. Canterbury over Wellington. Those were two big games yesterday. You wonder why they played them on Test Day, 20-12. And then the two games this afternoon. Tasman on a roll, 27-3 over Manawatu. Northland getting their second win. Let's just have a look at the points table. Canterbury and Wellington and Taranaki and Auckland, the top four in the Premiership. Counties Manukau and Tasman setting the pace in the Championship.
Coverage of the 2012 ITM Cup was proudly brought to you by the Tui Brewery.
This has been a Fox Sports presentation.